What's going on, guys? It's Game Day Gambler back today with another video. We're gonna go over what we did yesterday and give you some more picks for tomorrow. I tried to make it very research based. I'm not gonna tell you who to bet. I'm just gonna tell you who I think is gonna get a hit, and then research everybody else for you guys. So we're gonna start off with the first game with Detroit and Kansas City. Looks like we have Michael Waka and Casey Mize on the mound. Not a big fan of Casey Mize at all, so I absolutely like Jack Caglione in this. Carter Jensen is a sleeper. I also like Collins. And as far as Michael Waka goes, I absolutely like Riley Green. He's a beast against righties, so absolutely take him. Kerry Carpenter as well. I used to be a really big fan of Kerry Carpenter whenever I first started getting into baseball, but it seems like he's taken a massive step back. So Riley Green slugging 485. I mean, you can't really miss that. James Outman is definitely the sleeper here. He hit a home run a couple nights ago, so let's see. Tigers, we're gonna go Green and Outman. That'll be our two for this game. Royals, we have Cags and Jensen. Okay, so moving on to the next game, we have Arizona and Washington. We have Mitch Bratt and Foster Griffin on the mound. Foster Griffin is giving up 403 slug, which is not great. I would absolutely target him in this game. He throws lefty. I like on the Diamondbacks. I love Marte. I mean, he does bat better lefty, so we do have to watch out for that. But anytime Marte is going up against somebody who gives up 400 slug, we take them. So we're gonna Marte here, and we can go. I like Nolan Arenado here just because of how he has been playing recently. I'm a big believer in bats stay hot, and so we will continue to stay hot with Arenado. So on the Nationals, I do like Curtis Mead. He's a big righty, especially since he's slugging 465. He's probably my favorite bet on the Nationals. I would absolutely take him. He's definitely my favorite. So I'm gonna put some stars by him. I do like Dylan Cruz as well, just as a backup option to Curtis Mead, just in case Curtis Mead doesn't play or for whatever reason. If you don't like Curtis Mead, you can absolutely bet Dylan Cruz. But I absolutely think that Curtis Mead is my favorite there. So for this game, we have Ryan Johnson and Robbie Ray, both slugging in the 400s. Not great pitchers. I will absolutely target this game. So we have Ryan Johnson. He is a righty, so we're looking for any lefty on the Giants, which is pretty smart of them because they have a lot of great lefty or righties. So like Ramos, he's a good one. Adames, he's another good one. I mean, they just have a lot of good righty hitters. So I don't blame the Angels for pitching a righty. I do like Bryce Eldridge. Anytime that Bryce Eldridge plays, I do like him. And then we're gonna do, I believe, another one. Rafael Devers is interesting. I do like him to get a hit, so I'm gonna do this to get a hit because he's also a lefty. Casey Smith's a righty. Adames is a righty, so we're gonna stay away from those, and we'll move on to the Angels, which are the Giants have a lefty on the mound, and we're looking at a righty from the Angels. Obviously, you have Mike Trout, Joe Adell, Zach Neto. So we're going to actually break this down a little bit more and see what Robbie Ray likes to throw. He loves to throw the four-seamer. He throws it 35% of the time. which is kind of a lot when you're talking about a pitch arsenal. So we're going to look for somebody who hits the fastball really well. I mean, Mike Trout, 12 home runs against the fastball, 7 doubles, 34 singles. So, I mean, I think if you're looking for hits, your hits has to be Mike Trout. I mean, it's just it has to be. It's with those numbers against the fastball. You know, he's going to see 3 to 5 fastballs probably before Robbie Ray gets out of the game. So I'm expecting him to see a bunch. So if you're looking for a hit, it's definitely Mike Trout. Joe Adele, interesting. So he has 10 home runs against the fastball. He absolutely kills it too. So I'm going to actually add him to my list. I'm gonna look at Zach Neto for everyone because I believe he does great for everyone. I wouldn't touch Zach Neto with a 10-foot pole. I do not like betting him. I think he's a very average mid baseball player. He's done absolutely nothing for me ever since I bet him, even though his research is off the charts. So can't bet with your heart. So I'm still gonna look at him. Let's see. He does hit the fastball really well at 13 home runs. So, I mean, I guess you have to put it on here. And he'll probably hit a home run since I'm talking a lot of crap about him. So, let's see. We got the next game here, which is the Yankees and the Phillies. This game, Cam Shitler, I mean, I don't even know how to say his name, but I think it's Shitler because I think he's pretty good. I do like him a lot. 87, and Jesus Luzardo, both of them good pitchers. Get me out of this game. I don't care to put my money on this game. So we're gonna go to Atlanta and Baltimore. I just switched the dates here. I don't know why that happened, but. Okay, hold on. So we're actually going to come here. The Blue Jays and the Red Sox. So Dylan Cease and Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray, I'm definitely targeting here. He's a righty, so we're gonna come here. Blue Jays that are lefties. I mean, they have a lot of righty batters, which is Nathan Lux maybe. Let's see what he hits the best. Cause he's a lefty. Well, he hits the breaking ball the best, and in the fastball, he's only hit out of the park one time. I do know Sonny Gray. I do know he throws the fastball a lot. Yep, cutter is his best pitch. Sinker is his other pitch. And then four seamer. So he throws the fastball a lot. That's why he gets blown up a lot on the mound. So I actually don't like anybody on the Blue Jays. I do like to target Sonny Gray every time he plays, but whenever you don't have an average lineup, I mean, you have Alejandro Kirk. I just don't like any of these people. Ernie Clement maybe, but he hits righties well, even though he's a righty. But I just don't feel comfortable taking a righty on righty. So we're gonna look at the Blue Jays. So they're pitching Dylan Cease, who has been really good on the mound recently, but is having a 33% hard hit, which is not bad actually. It's 1 of 3 batters, so only slugging 296. So I'm actually gonna just stay away from this game. I don't think it's worth it. I do think we're gonna go to the next one. And we're going to go to JP Sears. 48% hard hit. Yeah, we sign up for anything like that. He throws lefty. So we're looking for a righty on the Marlins. Man, it's really hard to stay away from Hernandez here just because he's really been killing the ball. I think you kind of have to go Hernandez here just because he's a righty. You just have to really trust that he's gonna crush the ball whenever it comes to him. I like Griffin too, but he's a lefty, so I don't really care to take him too much. And Jacob Marcy's a lefty. I mean, anybody, Otto Lopez maybe, he's a righty. But he's hit 6 home runs off the fastball. Let's see what his favorite pitch is. JP Sears' favorite pitch. So he loves the four seam. So I mean, maybe Otto Lopez. He's gonna see some fastballs there, but I think those two are my only two for the Marlins, just because they have a lot of lefties. My favorites on the Marlins are definitely Stowers, Hernandez, and Griffin. I also like Marcy as well, just because he's also a really good base knocker. So we're gonna go here. Perez, launch angle's 19. That's good. 396 slugging. I'll look at him. I don't really care for his stats because I think they're pretty good. Let's see. I like Jackson Merrill here. Jackson Merrill against a fastball, breaking ball. It doesn't really matter what you pitch at Jackson Merrill. He can absolutely hit the ball out of the park. So we're gonna do Padres, Merrill. Okay, I'm just gonna put Jackson, just because I don't know how to spell Merrill. So, we're going to look at Cronenworth, Gavin Sheets. Yeah, Gavin Sheets is one that's interesting as well. He was really hot at the start of the season. Obviously, he's already hit 14 home runs, so he's looking for his 15th. So, I mean, he's hit the fastball really well. And let's see, Perez. Yeah, my favorite for the Padres is definitely going to be Sheets. He's going for his 15th home run, hits the fastball well. I think he's going to be motivated for that game. So I absolutely like Sheets there. So we went over this one. So I actually went over this one earlier in the video, but I was on the wrong day. So Weathers, he slugging 447. So this becomes a different game now that they're pitching Weathers instead of Schittler. Weathers is a lefty, and he pitches to four seamer a lot. So we're gonna go here. Let's see who's a righty. Derek Hill. Derek Hill is one that's a righty. He hits the four seamer, but he hits a lot of off speed pitches. So I mean, Gabriel Racones he's a lefty. Trey Turner, he's been pretty hot there. Yeah, I'm gonna go Trey Turner for the Phillies. That's probably my favorite on their team right now, just because of how he's hitting the ball. I don't really care to go lefty on lefty for anybody else. And the Phillies haven't announced their pitcher yet, so I don't feel comfortable. I mean, they just pitched Lasardo. It probably will be Sanchez or Wheeler, so I don't know who they're going to pitch. So I'm going to stay away from the Yankees all in total here. So moving on to the next game here, I'm going to do Bibby versus... I don't know who the other one was, but Bibby doesn't really impress me too much. I mean, he slugs 433. He had that one game earlier in the year where he just absolutely got killed. Throws righty. So we're looking at a lefty on here. I mean, Aranda's always interesting, but he just never really comes through. So I'm gonna put Aranda here just because the research says it. But I never play Aranda just because he just, for some reason, can never get it out the park. So if you want to bet home runs with Aranda, expect 350 plus flyouts that are just, or a 380-foot double that just couldn't get out. But good player, just not for me. I also like Victor Mesa, just because I said this the other day. Victor Mesa has really been coming on as a hitter. I mean, he's got 8 home runs already this year. So I think that's going to be my second player. Mesa Jr. I think that's going to be my second player for that team there. So we're going to go away from the Rays now, and we're going to go see who they're pitching. So they're pitching Nick Martinez, 439 slug, 32% hard hit. He throws righty, And we're gonna go to, I mean, gotta circle back and go to Jose Ramirez. I mean, he's got to pick it up at some point. Especially coming back from injuries, he's gotta pick it up at some point. He's gotta save his momentum here. He's slugging 443. I mean, he does well. So I'm gonna see, what does he hit the best here. He hits the fastball the best. He's always hit the fastball the best as of last year. Let's see what the Rays pitcher throws. He throws the sinker, which is another version of the fastball. He does throw the changeup quite a bit. How is Ramirez against the changeup off speed? Only 2 home runs here, so I would say Ramirez for a hit instead of a home run, just because of the circumstances there. Doesn't hit the off speed pitch very well, so we're going to go to the next game. I'm staying away from this game. Shada Imanaga and Paul Skeens, no thank you. Either one of those does not sound very interesting to me. I don't care how cold Paul Skeens is. I'm not a bettor against Paul Skeens. So catch me staying away from this game here. So the next game we have Bryce Elder for my Braves. Not really the greatest pitcher in the world. I don't know why we're keeping him, but you know, that's against my judgment there. He is a righty, I believe. Yeah, he's a righty. So we're gonna go to a lefty here. I like Gunnar Henderson. Obviously, he's the obvious pick there. Colton Cowser is very interesting. He started, I mean, he really started picking it up there for a minute, and kind of fell back off there. But he hits 5 fastballs out. Let's see what Bryce Elder's favorite pitch is. Don't even watch him whenever he plays. I just don't care for him. Sinker, fastball. I mean, so we're looking at 2 fastballs in the top 3. So we're looking at somebody who can hit the fastball well. So I do like Cowser here. Oops. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Orioles. I'm just gonna call them the O's. Go Cowser, and then we'll go Henderson, just because I know Henderson hits the fastball well from prior research. I also don't mind Pete Alonso, but he's a righty, so I don't really care to bet righty on righty, because I just think there's better options out there. Brandon Young, he's a righty, going against the Braves, whose lefties have just been absolutely insane. Drake Baldwin and Michael Harris went yard the other day when I said that Matt Olson would. I also said I liked Baldwin and Harris as well, but I don't see them going back to back here. So I think I have to go Olson again, just because I think it's the best play for me. But I do like Baldwin again. I mean, Baldwin's numbers against this pitcher is just insane. So I do like Baldwin and Olson there. It's really hard to deny these numbers here. I mean, when you're slugging 510 on 3 top lefties, you can take any of these 3 and be okay. I do like Mike Yaz. He does get a hit for us a lot, but he does get pinch hit. So if he doesn't get a hit in his first 2 at bats, you're kind of at a pinch hit risk. So I like Mike Yaz, but I don't play Mike Yaz for a lock. He's a lean. He's definitely a lean here. So pitchers yet to be announced there, so we're going to skip this game. Bummer, because I love those 2 teams. Brown versus Burke. Hunter Brown, man, he's really came through this year. He was having a strong year this year, but last year was horrible. So I'm gonna still pick against him just because I think Hunter Brown from last year comes out at some point. Lefty that hits the ball well for the White Sox is, let's see. I do like Colson Montgomery. We're gonna do White Sox. We're gonna do Colson. definitely a dog there. I don't mind that at all. Breaking ball, he's hit 5 home runs on. I mean, really, we're betting on him throwing the fastball and getting it right. So Benintendi staying away from, although he's a sleeper, definitely hits the fastball well. I definitely am gonna put him on here as a sleeper. We're gonna put him on as a sleeper. Let's see. And then we have Murakami, the obvious pick. The more that you watch me, the more that you'll realize I don't really um pick chalk picks like that. I just stay away from them. I think the whole community's on them. I think they throw dead baseballs at those people. So I'm not the biggest fan of that. So we're gonna look at Sean Burke here. He's a righty. Anybody, I mean, 365 slug. Um, let's see. We got Jordan Alvarez, but like I said, I don't bet the chalk pick here. I don't really care to bet anyone else just because I don't think anyone else is worth it in that lineup. So let's look at our next game here, which is the Rockies and the Brewers. Let's see. Ryan Feltner, hard hit balls 40%, slugging 511. Pretty bad for pitcher numbers, but great for hitting numbers. So he's a righty. Of course, anytime. Don't know why they keep doing it, but they're going to continue to pitch righties against Bowers and think he's not going to hit it out the park. Bowers is my absolute favorite pick of the day, so we're going to put a bunch of stars by him. Again, this is a day early. I just like to be the first people to get the pick out. I do like Mitchell as well. Anytime they throw a righty, just for a hit though, I don't really care for Mitchell's home runs. Anytime they throw a righty, I'm game with those. Churio hits the righty pretty well. Honestly, I just, again, as well as Andrew Vaughn, Christian Yelich, never again. So I do want to look at here 392 slug. He's not bad, but we're gonna look at some righties on the Rockies. I mean, Kyle Karros obviously has to be your first pick here, along with Mickey Moniak. He hits the fastball better than anyone. Let's look. So he throws the fastball 24% of the time, but he throws the off seam or off speed a lot as well. Let's see what Mickey Moniak does. I like Mickey Moniak here over Kyle Karros just because of the off speed numbers. Rockies, Mickey Moniak, and then Willie Castro is another interesting one. Switch hitter, hits the breaking ball well, hits the off speed well. I like Willie Castro for at least a hit. I'm going to stop at 2 just because I think if I give 3, that's giving out a third of the team. And what are you watching me for? You can do that yourself. So don't want to do that. So we have, let's see. Yep, I knew this was on the wrong day. So we're going to go back to Yamamoto versus McLean. Yamamoto 363. Not a big fan of this game. Not in the 400s on either one of those, so I'm not a huge fan there. Hunter Green, another ace. Not a big fan of going against him. He does slug 441, so I'm actually going to give a pick out just because I think I got to stick to my word. Over 400, I definitely have to play somebody. We're going to go and we're going to say the Cardinals. I like Burleson here. Just because he's a lefty, he's a platoon batter. I also like Weatherholt, just for those two, because those two hit the fastball well. Know them both by other research that I've done. It looks like the Cardinals are pitching somebody who only has 374 pitching. Let's see what his ERA. I mean, his ERA in 2025 was pretty bad, but it looks like he's kind of picked it up a little bit. I'll still give you a pick here. He hits the four-seamer a lot, so we're looking for somebody, a lefty who hits the four-seamer. JJ Bleday, maybe. Four-seamer does have 8 home runs against it. Not mad at the JJ Bleday pick at all. Don't mind JJ Bleday. And then we have Ellie De La Cruz, who also, he definitely, I'm just going to put Ellie with a bunch of stars because that's my favorite pick for that game. We're going to go back to 25. I don't know why Baseball Savant keeps doing that. And then we're looking at the last game of the day. It's Brian Wu, which I'm not a huge fan of betting against him, but Evaldi I am. Evaldi is pretty bad. 413 slug. We're looking at a lefty who, let's see, I think he throws the fastball a lot, but I'm not sure. Oh, he actually throws the off speed a lot. So we're going to look at somebody who can hit the off speed pitch. So, four seam. Okay, breaking ball, 3 home runs against it, 2 off speeds. So Luke Riley is a good one, just because I think the dude has just raw power. Dominic Canzone, another guy that I love betting. Breaking ball, Dominic Canzone also hits the ball really well for a breaking ball. I'm not going to say either one of those are my favorite because they don't have over 5 home runs in either one of them. However, Cal Rowley, Florida State Seminole, by the way, love Cal Rowley. However, he's just having an atrocious year. I mean, Rowley is probably my favorite of the 3 that I just picked there, just because he hits the off speed the best. Maybe this is a get on track moment for Cal Rowley. That would be great. As a Seminole fan myself, I really hope he bounces back because I really like Cal Rowley. So let's see. We got Brian Wu. He's a righty. Any lefty on the Rangers. What does Brian Wu throw the most? So he throws the fastball the most. Wow. So I actually like this. I didn't even realize that they actually do this, but he throws the fastball the most. He does it almost 50% of the time. So anybody who hits the fastball well is who we're looking for. Let's look. Home runs. Pitches. We're going to do the four-seamer. He's got 7. He's slugging 571 against it. Wow. Yeah, Jock Peterson is definitely the pick here. I mean, I doubt anyone has numbers better than that, so I'm going to go ahead and put my stars by Jock Peterson. I definitely think we're going to see what he does here. Home runs, fastball, to 2026. Okay. Quality of contact. He's barreling 8% of the time, which is not great. 547. He's slugging 517. So Nimmo is also a good option there. I'm probably not gonna do anything with Nimmo. Let's see. Evan Carter's an interesting one. He's a sleeper. I think Carter is definitely a sleeper for tomorrow. And then you just never know who they're going to put in the starting lineup. Bosque is definitely a righty. Josh Jung, righty. Langford, righty. So they have a lot of righties, and um, so I'm gonna stop there with this game here, just because don't like to go righty on righty, like I've said before. Um, not the biggest fan of that. So pretty decent sized slate here. I think we can definitely get some stuff done here. I definitely think that we will be all right. So I uh I hope to see you guys back tomorrow. Comment anything that I can do better on my videos. I'm trying to push them out every single day, just because I like to help research people. So definitely enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. So I definitely think we can cash out tomorrow. So just let me know, comment your favorite MLB team. Comment if you hit any of my plays yesterday. So we will go ahead and get this out, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. You guys have a good day. Bye.